Yo, what's up, boys? Back here with another banger, and today I'm about to show you guys some optimal keybinds and settings that you could use if you're starting off on PC, keyboard, and mouse. Now, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe with post notifications on, and if you like the video, drop a like, smash that like button, do what you gotta do, comment that you like the video. Alright, I got you. About to upload the best content you ever seen. Bro, what are you talking about? Your content is straight booty, bro. Just quit your channel, bro. Quit Fortnite. You're so bad. Bro, that hurt, man. Bro, I'm trying to make this video. Bro, don't worry about that guy back there. He's nothing, bro. Alright, now let's get on with the video. Alright, boys, so I want to make sure that this video isn't too long. But let's just go ahead and get into it. Straight into the settings. Okay, so once you open up your settings, the first thing you want to do is put in full screen mode. I don't understand people who play on window full screen, that window too, but like, you just gotta understand full screen is just so much better, bro. Like, your frames don't drop, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. So for the resolution, that's easy, bro. But I recommend if you're a content creator like I am, kind of ish, yeah, I guess. But if you're a content creator, you want to play at least at 920 by 1080p, 1920 by 1080p. But I play on 2560 by 1440 because that's me. I don't know why, but I just do that. But if you don't have a great PC, you should like try and switch to like 1280 to 720. Because, like, you know, your PC might not be able to like handle those pixels on your screen and all that. But yeah, and then you could also do 1600 by 900. That's another good one. And then for frame rate limit, that's a big one. So basically, you just want to have one higher than the other. So say your refresh rate, like on your monitor, is a 144 like mine is. You should put it on 160 or 165. I play on 165 because it was like a FPS setting that would like make me have stable FPS. And yeah, so if you have a 60 hertz monitor, stay at probably like 60 or go to 120. You have 144, you already know that. 180, I don't know anybody who have a 180, but 200, you go up to 240. You get the point. Oh yeah, and there's also 360, so that's a good one. Brightness, brightness, it really doesn't matter. It's up to you how you feel. It's your what's the name? It's your option, whatever. User interface contrast. That's a one that I use a lot. So like, it just makes your settings darker. So when you load up into your game, you just press apply, and then you're in the game, right? Or when it would like load. Holy, oh my god, what did I do? Okay, my slow self messed up my monitor real quick, but like, this is what it'll look like. It just doesn't affect your in-game, like everything's just the same. It affects your settings, like your friends list and all that. So yeah, that's basically what it is. And then colorblind mode, you could stay off, it doesn't matter. I like to play on Deuteranope, so like everything will be a little bit darker. It's just my preference. Mongrel, he went back to Deuteranope as well. I think he plays on a 10. The colorblind mode, it just changes the in-game settings. So like if I had it on 10, it'll look like that. Let's see, Tritanope, you know, it'll be just colorful. Protanope, nobody plays on that. Booga used to play on that. Yeah, Booga, he played on that for a while. And yeah, Deuteranope, I believe that Deuteranope is like the best in my opinion. Graphics quality, now this is another big one. So you do not want to play on auto set. Auto set is just not good. You would want to go to all the way down to low, put your 3D resolution high. You could put view distance to medium or near because that gives you stable FPS. Shadows, aliasing, textures, effects, post-processing off. Like that's just nah, you just can't leave that on. VSync, motion blur. VSync, that's like if you're having screen tearing, you wouldn't want to turn this on in like the game, but you want to go in your NVIDIA settings to turn this on. And then motion blur, don't really know what that's for. Show FPS, yes, you want that on. DirectX 11 and DirectX 12. I need to play on DirectX 12. I don't know why I'm not on there, but that basically it gives you stable FPS, you know. And then allow multi-thread rendering, you should know about that. If you have high threads, you should leave this on. GPU crash debug, just leave that off. Alright, so the game matchmaking, I play on Anna East. I get 35 ping most of the time, 24. Toggle sprint, you want that off. Like you're using sprint by default, so that's what you should use. If you're not using sprint by default, what are you doing? Honestly, I'm just playing, but like seriously, you gotta have this on. And then sprint cancels reloading. I want to show you what this is. So basically you should know, so you're shooting and then once you reload, it would like, hold on, what the heck? Yeah, it will just stop. You know, it doesn't do it at all, it just stops. So you would always want that off, because you're gonna look like a clown trying to reload mid fight and you're just standing still. And then sprint by no, what's the name? Auto open doors. Let's see, you always want that on. The reason I say that is because if you don't have it on, like you're just gonna be hitting the door like this, like the door's not gonna go. But once you're running up to it, it just automatically opens. Then you could close it back, you know. But when you close it back, you have to press your interaction key. Hold to swap pickup. I don't have that on, I leave it off. Toggle targeting. I don't know why I don't have this on, but when targeting, anyways, all right, mark danger when targeting, you want that on. I leave that on. Auto pick up weapons, sometimes you should have it on, but it's kind of annoying at the same time, because look, I'll show you. But say you drop your weapon, right? You could just legit walk, or bruh. So say you drop your weapon, you could legit walk back over it and pick it up. I don't know why it's not doing that for me, but yeah. But sometimes it gets annoying, because when you're like trying to loot, you'll just be randomly picking up weapons, and it's kind of annoying. So I leave that off, but sometimes, but it's up to you if you want that on or not. Auto sort consumables to the right, you want that on. It puts your like shield, medkits, all that other stuff in, it puts it over here. And then reset building choice really doesn't matter. I don't know why I have it on, but turbo building, you want that on. You always want that on. Once you like hold down left click, you're just automatically building. And then confirm edit on release. This I love it. If you don't have it on, that sucks. It sucks. But this, once you edit, it's just like it automatically does it for you. You don't have to press the interaction keybind. So yeah, that's a good thing. But sometimes when you're like, say you're trying to what's the name, move while you're thinking it, while you're holding your left click, it will just do that, and then you'll mess up the edit. So I'd say it's still good. Invert view, all this extra game options, that's turbo delete, that's creative, all that. NVIDIA highlights, this is when you want to get your game clips. Peripheral lighting, that's up to you. It what's the name, it affects your FPS just a little bit, but I have that off. Tap to search to interact. So say you're trying to open a chest or something, you could just press your interaction key one time and then it'll just open. Record replays, it takes up your FPS. You could have it off if you want. I leave it on because making videos and stuff, sometimes I'll need to go back into my replace. So yeah, that's it for that one. Okay, HUD options. So I leave my HUD scale, I leave this one on 80. So like if you have it at 125, it'll just look like this. It'll look super huge. Some people, let's see, why is my FPS so high? Some people leave it on 25. I don't know how people could see that. Like you can't see your mats that well. Yeah, it's weird. But yeah. Show spectator count, you know, that is reticle. I have that on, yes. Player health on, resources on, mini map on, quick bar on, all that on. Reticle ammo indicator. This is basically if you want to see your ammo on the side of your thingy, like that little white thing that just shows up. So like you're shooting. Yeah, I leave that off. The reason I leave that off is because it is really annoying. It just gets in my way when I'm trying to build or something like that. And plus, when you're running out of ammo, you'll just hear that little sound. Vehicle controls, don't know what that is. Creative runtime performance, that I'll leave that off, I guess. All right, so mouse sensitivity, mouse and keyboard. As you can see, my x-axis sensitivity, that's the 13.0. Y-axis 13.0. So a good tip when you're trying to figure out your sensitivity, I recommend you play like 50 and under. That's my opinion, but like you should play in a low stance, because low stance is like naturally better, or not naturally, but it's just kind of better in my opinion. Targeting sensitivity, that's when you're like, you know, like that, and you're aiming when you're shooting. Yeah. Scope sensitivity, I have that at a 39.2%. This is when you're like aiming with snipers. Like I'm able to flick people sometimes, you know, so I missed that. Oh wow. Ignore gamepad input, I have all that off. That's for aircraft. All right, so now we're going to keyboard controls. So keyboard controls, this is for movement. This is very important. So WSD, you know, the vibes. Like if you're not playing on this, that's fine. You could use IJKL, you could use GYHA, I don't even know. It's up to you. It's up to preference. I leave these here for like double movement binds like controller players have, but like not double movement binds, like they can have that 360 view. But I have this on since I'm on keyboard and mouse. I could look like this basically when I'm holding it down. I'm looking like this. I have that kind of like, or that little view to the side, but if I'm not, I'll just keep walking that way. But you know, it's just a lot better in my opinion. Jump, spacebar, sprint, I have on sprint by default, so that doesn't matter. Auto run, you want to have a keybind set to this, so like in case you're like trying to rest your fingers, you just press that button and then boom. Crouch, I use left shift. Some people use left control, it's up to you, it's all to preference. Fire button, I use left mouse, left click, and then I use mouse wheel down for the charge. I don't think a lot of people use this anymore, but like when you're scroll wheeling, like you're just using your scroll wheel to shoot, so there's no delay. Target, right mouse button, reload R, use F, harvesting tool 1, weapon slot 1 2 3 4 5 2 3 4 5 6. This is up to you. If you really can't reach your keybinds above, then you should set it to like letters that you don't, not letters, but keybinds that you don't use, and that will help you out a lot. Crouch while building, I use that for left shift. Building wall, I use for mouse button 2, thumb mouse button 2, that's like the side buttons on my mouse. Floor, I use C. Stairs, I use what's the name? The mouse button 1, I believe. And then roof, I use Q. Trap, I use T. So basically, when you're finding keybinds that you want to use, you really want to find something that's optimal, something that makes you feel comfortable. So like, if you're not able to like move when doing this or like building and all that, then you have to find new keybinds, you know. So yeah, just make sure you find something that's optimal, and you'll just be ready, bro. Repair H, rotate building R, and caps lock. Building edit is E, and mouse wheel up. So scroll wheel reset. That's something that you should have if you're like on not controller, on keyboard and mouse. So basically, when you're making an edit, I scroll wheel up and it resets it by itself, and that's a lot faster than just doing this. You press E to edit, then you press reset with right click and then confirm. Yeah, that's too long. So yeah, not confirm render on release, but scroll wheel reset, that's something that you should have if you're on keyboard and mouse. That's a must have. Use E for building edit. So it's up to you if you want to use E or F. Those are the two things you should be. If you're on G, just get off of that, bro. You're missing out on a lot. So crouch while editing, left shift, select building edit, left mouse button, you know. Ping, I use like to ping stuff. Oh yeah, reset, mouse wheel up, you know that. And right mouse button, I use V. You should either use Z, X, or V, because you know that's like right by your pinky and your index finger and your thumb and stuff like that. And push to talk, I use that. That really doesn't matter. Emotes don't matter. Yeah, all this is just useless besides like cars and choppers and stuff like that. Alright guys, so I hope that you found some good keybinds that you could use. Just remember, always use stuff that's optimal. See what's best for you, find out what's comfortable in your opinion, and you'll just find that perfect sensitivity and all that. But I hope y'all have a great day, a good night wherever you are at, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.